Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm Super Riot, and on this episode, I'm gonna give you a review of my Arctic Lord. And I've been using him ever since I played this game because I think he is the first hero that I roll in Clash of Lords 2. So he's always been one of my main tank. He's not the main tank, but he's one of the two main tank. But you know, times changes, and recently IGG introduced a couple of new heroes. That is the Great Sage, the monkey right here, and then Landslide. Okay, both of these guys are also tank and a damage dealer, much like Arctic Lord. You know, he's not only a tank, but he's also a damage dealer. So right now I'm kind of, you know, on the fence whether to further upgrade Arctic Lord Evolution or save my resources to upgrade like the Great Sage or Landslide. So it's really hard to decide now because IGG every month or every couple of months they release a new hero, and it's pretty much makes your old hero obsolete in some ways. And because during the new hero they have it's more beneficial in terms of skill and evolutions, but Arctic Lord is not that bad either. If you have him and you don't have Great Sage or Landslide, I mean, I say go for him, especially if you're free to play. Just go for Arctic Lord, and you'll be happy you do that, because you know you can't wait like all year long to roll a Great Sage or Landslide. And if you have Arctic Lord, just go ahead and spend your resource on him. But right now it's just a little bit hard for me to decide whether I'm gonna keep my Arctic Lord as my secondary main tank or use some other hero instead. And on my last video I'll give you a review of Pounder. He's one of the best tank in the game that I as of this moment. I'm not really sure yet. For me, he's one of the best tanks, but it could be Landslide or maybe even Great Sage. Who knows, you know. But Pounder have plenty of HP for that. So is Arctic Lord, because you know he's a tank and a damage dealer. So he also have tons of HP, especially if you unlock his divine skill. And here are his divine skill. The first two skill Aries and Taurus are the same for every hero, and then on the third divine skill, third evolution, is a 4-tooth snow clone. Basically it boosts the Reaper structure. This is a Reaper structure right here. So basically what it does is that when the enemy destroys the structure, it came back as an Arctic Lord, or 100% health and attack, I think. Let's go back and check that out again. Yeah, so it went back as 100% HP and attack for Reaper. So depending on how many Reaper you got on your base, it could be a pretty, you know, helpful evolution to have, especially for defense. You know, basically if you have 3 Reaper on your base, you have 3 more heroes, 3 more Arctic Lord. I mean, who wouldn't like that, you know? And the more the merrier. So I think Arctic Lord advantage for defense base is evolution. Okay, and of course his divine Tempest Blade. It's also, well, it's not doesn't do as much as even Pancoli's skill, but it's sometimes it works. Just sometimes, you know. I don't think it does that much damage that it'll turn the tide of the game, especially in arena, because this skill is not that strong at level 1. So if you can afford to, you know, unlock him to level 3, then it'll change the game somehow. But level 1 is not that good. And one recommendation, if you decide to make Arctic Lord as your secondary main tank, I would suggest go ahead and just go for the Virgo evolution. Just go for this because it will boost his HP, and if you can afford, just go for Libra and boost his attack too, because the Arctic Lord attack is pretty high up there. And as you can see right here, Arctic Lord 140 at 5,498 attack. Of course, his hero talents also help, which is blessed weapon. So that keep that in mind too. So for Arctic Lord, the hero talent you want is, of course, something like boost his attack, like blessed weapon or stuff like that. And for defense, I suggest you have like a charm curtain, which reduce the damage he taken like a certain percent. I mean, that's always great for a tank. Or maybe just casting iron, which increases HP. Because again, he's like a tank, but not that high of a tank. Not like pounder tanking kind of thing. But Arctic Lord is a tank in a way. So that's Arctic Lord, and you can use him for like Hero's Aid. I've seen a couple of people use him as Hero's Aid before, and it's kind of crazy, guys, because I have Sapphic going after I believe a Dark Knight, and he has a Arctic Lord as a aid, and Sapphic just keep on whamming on the Dark Rider, I mean, and he keep on generating HP. I'm like, how am I gonna kill this guy if every time I hit him he keep on regenerate the HP? Because Dark Rider can attack Sapphic, because Sapphic is a flying type, and Sapphic doesn't do that much damage either. So it just kind of that game just kind of lost for me, because I couldn't kill him because he had great Arctic Lord as an aid for his Dark Rider, and just boost his HP tremendously, recover his HP tremendously, more than the damage I do to him. Even with Sapphic skill at 10 or 20, it proves that Arctic Lord is pretty valuable sometimes. I mean, just sometimes, because the hero has to be in the hero's hall in order for the HP to get healed. So if they're off the hero's hall, then I don't think they get the benefit of the healing. I could be wrong. You just correct me in the comment section. I could be wrong, but that's just my thoughts on Arctic Lord in the Hero's Aid. And his skill, I think, is one of the best looking skill in the game. I mean, when you first play this game, Clash of Lord 2, you'll be introduced to Arctic Lord hero. You'll be able to use him in a tutorial. And the first time I used him, I mean, I fell in love with this guy. I mean, he just kind of, when he procs, he just kind of, go across the map and just hit everything in his path. I'm going to demonstrate in a resource raid. Okay, let's go for this one. Okay, I'm going to drop Arctic Lord in the corner, and as his rage builds on, right now I need 2.5 rage to use the skill. So just check this out. I'm going to use the skill now. As you can see, he just aim at the furthest target, the furthest hero, and he just kind of spin his blade, and everything in his path, it just demolish and take a whole bunch of damage. And on his divine Tempest blade blast, something like that, Tempest blast. I forgot what it's called, but basically what it does is it targets like the highest HP of like buildings or heroes or anything with the highest HP. Would target that, and put some damage in that. Here I'm going to show you. Okay, I'm going to activate his skill. You're going to choose 4 high structure or 5 high structure and damage him. As you can see, he just blasts blade like everywhere on the map. Looking for that high structure HP or heroes. But since I already killed the heroes, then he's not going to target the heroes yet. In arena, he usually target like a Pounder because he has the highest hero. Pounder and other heroes as well because they all have the highest HP. Let's go back to take a look at his divine skill. So yeah, he targets like 8 enemies with the highest HP and does damage to them. Also does 16% of the max HP as damage in 3 seconds. So that's pretty nice. If you need more damage boost to your team. And that's just level 1. On level 2, that's raised to 20% of max HP. Also the damage attack also raised by 90%. Here's 1, 70, here's 2, and here's 3. And of course the Reaper damage and HP also raised if you level him to max. But it will take a lot of mutagen to do that. A lot of mutagen, a lot of dedication to do that. So I haven't seen any player with a maxed out Arctic Lord yet, because mainly they just jump on like a Great Sage or Landslide right now, because they are a newer hero, and of course they have their own advantage. But in a defensive base, I think Arctic Lord is still a great asset. And in terms of arena, he's also good too. Again, he's not the best in arena because he doesn't do that much damage, and he doesn't stun when he uses divine skill. So that's one of the disadvantage of Arctic Lord. So if you have like Great Sage or Landslide, they have much better divine skill for arena. Okay, we're going to do some Lord's League and see how we fares up to some of the opponents. This look okay because Pancoli doesn't have a Pancoli 8. Only the Pounder has a Pancoli 8. So that is great. This basis, I think it's doable. Okay, so I'm going to drop Pancoli. I'm going to use the Pancoli strategy. Just drop him, leave him for a few seconds for him to proc at least twice, so that he can kill the enemy's Pancoli. And when they came close to me, I'm just going to use the Divine Blade Blast, something. Okay, so come on, procs. There you go. So there you see it. Not quite enough to kill their Pancoli, but that's okay. So I'm gonna drop Pounder on this side. And everybody. Okay, there you go. Now he killed Pancoli because Pancoli is the greatest threat in this game, so you always want to take him out. There you go. You see Arctic Lord's Blade Blast, Tempest Blade or something like that. I keep on forgetting his Divine because I don't usually look at the name of Divine. I just play the games, and I know what that skill is, but I just sometimes I just don't remember what it's called. Okay, now use Arctic Lord. As you can see, he targets the enemy furthest from the map. He just goes across the map and back to his position. Okay, so I'm kind of heal him a little bit. So he's still alive because he's one of the tank. He can take more damage than my other hero. Beside Pounder, he can take a lot of damage. So I have Sapphic and Arctic Lord left. Can I do this? Okay, I think I can do this. Okay, so maybe yes, I think I can do this. Yeah, there you go, guys. So I did it with the lowest league, and that's Arctic Lord. So all in all, I think Arctic Lord is great. If you get him to at least level 12, so that you only use 2 rage at level 12, or maybe level 14. That's depending on how much resource you have. And of course, his mercenaries warrior has a lot of HP. The second mercenary that has the most HP in this game, the one that has the most HP in this game is Ox Warrior, which is used by Pounder or Savage Chief and some other rare hero. But you know, the warrior is not that bad either. Sometimes I still see a couple of warrior alive during my guild clash and stuff. Well, everybody's dying, so warrior is not that bad, but I wouldn't focus too much on the warrior mercenary. I'd rather put those points into the Ox Warrior because they last longer and they hit harder too. So that's what if you have Arctic Lord, that's what I advise you to do. Don't put too much points into the mercenary of Arctic Lord, but don't keep his mercenary low either. So just kind of keep a balance between all your heroes. And of course, you know, his glory, for every every Arctic Glory you consume on him, you get 5 extra level. You get to go up to 5 extra levels. So 3 glory gets me up to level 140. If I want to go further, I need to consume another Arctic Lord to get him to 145. But of course, you know, you need to be lucky on your draw. Otherwise, you know, you're gonna be stuck at capping his level at a certain point. Let's take a look at my Arctic Lord's aid. Well, this depends on what kind of hero you have at your disposal. So every hero, it's good with Pangoli aid. My Arctic Lord right here. Pangoli and Great Sage, because you know, every 8 seconds I summon a Great Sage, so he is a great aid for Arctic Lord. Pretty much I use the same thing for Arctic Lord, but I don't use Arctic Lord for Battle Royale. That's just my Arctic Lord. And the third aid, if I have him, I would probably use somebody like boost his HP, or maybe boost his attack. That depends. I mean, Sapphic is a good aid too, because he not only boosts the hero attack, but HP as well. So Sapphic is a good aid for pretty much anyone. So if you have tons of Sapphic, just save them for aid. Right now I don't have that many. I'm probably gonna consume my Sapphic to another Sapphic, to my main Sapphic. So yeah, so that's my review on Arctic Lord. I'm probably gonna do a review on Renee Van next. Maybe next week I'm gonna do a review on Renee Van, but I hope you guys like this kind of videos, and if you do, put a like and subscribe, share the video, comments on it, and I just hope you like the video, and thanks for watching. Take care.